Hello and welcome to ChatGPT Prompt Engineering course. This course is designed to equip you with the skills to craft effective prompts and optimize AI generated responses. We begin with an introduction to prompt engineering, explaining its significance and how structured prompts improve AI interaction. Next, we will dive into the essential components of an effective prompt, covering clarity, context, specificity, constraints, and examples to ensure precise and relevant outputs. Moving forward, we will explore some real world application and prompt patterns demonstrating how prompt engineering enhances content creation, coding assistance, customer support, and data analysis. You will also learn different prompting techniques, including instruction based, example driven, fill in the blank, and step by step prompt. To help you refine your skills, we will discuss common prompting errors such as vague instruction, excessive detail, and poor formatting, along with hands on exercises to improve AI responses. Finally, we will cover advanced prompting techniques, including zero shot, few shot, and chain of thought prompting, which are essential for guiding AI through complex problem solving and improving accuracy in real world scenarios. By the end of this course, you will be able to write powerful, structured prompts that maximize AI efficiency across various domains. So let's begin. The first is Introduction to Prompt Engineering. So prompt engineering is a crucial skill in the realm of artificial intelligence, especially when interacting with large language models like ChatGPT. It involves crafting well-structured prompts to guide AI responses effectively, whether for content creation, automation, or problem solving. A well-engineered prompt ensures accurate and relevant output. Prompt engineering is not just about writing commands. It's about communicating intent clearly to the AI. The way a prompt is phrased can significantly influence the AI response. The more precise and structured prompt is, the better the result will be. This is why businesses, developers, and content creators must invest time in the refining their prompt writing technique. So now let's see what is prompt engineering actually is. Prompt engineering refers to the process of designing and refining prompts to achieve desired responses from AI models. The effectiveness of AI generated content depends largely on how well the prompt is structured. By understanding how language models interpret inputs, users can enhance AI's efficiency in performing various tasks. So let's take an example. Consider AI powered customer support chatbot. A poorly structured prompt will look like this: help the customer with their issue. So here you can see it is giving answer like, sure, could you please provide the details of the customer issue, such as the product or service they are facing problem with, any other messages, or any relevant order or account information, if applicable. A well-engineered prompt like this analyze the customer issue based on previous conversation history and suggest a step-by-step troubleshooting process before escalating to a human agent. So now it will analyze the customer issue based on the context we have and more if specifics about their problem. And it will give you a step-by-step troubleshooting process that can be followed, as you can see on the image. So the AI now has clear instruction to follow, improving the chances of generating a relevant and actionable response. So now let's move forward and see what is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an advanced AI language model developed by OpenAI that uses natural language processing (NLP) to generate human-like text responses. So it is based on the GPT, generative pre-trained transformer architecture, as you can see on the screen. So this GPT architecture, which enables it to understand, interpret, and generate text based on the user inputs, as you can see on the image. I wrote here what is machine learning in one line. So it gave me the answer. So ChatGPT can assist in various tasks, including answering questions, writing content, summarizing text, generating code, and even engaging in interactive conversation. So powered by deep learning, ChatGPT predicts and generates text by analyzing vast amount of data, making it highly effective for automation, brainstorming, and problem solving. It supports multiple industries including education, customer support, content creation, and programming. So the model continuously improves through fine tuning and user feedback, allowing it to provide more relevant and accurate responses. Whether for personal or professional use, ChatGPT is a powerful AI assistant designed to enhance productivity and streamline communication. So, in the next unit, we will see essential components of effective prompts. So, prompt engineering is the practice of carefully crafting inputs to guide an AI model towards generating precise, relevant, and meaningful responses. So, a well structured prompt can significantly improve the quality of output, making AI responses more accurate, concise, and aligned with user expectations. So, to create an effective prompt, you must consider several key elements, including clarity, context, specificity, constraints, and with different examples. So, each of these plays a vital role in shaping the AI's response, ensuring that it meets the intended purpose. So, now let's explore these elements in detail, along with real world examples to illustrate their importance. So, the first one is clarity. So one of the most critical aspects of prompt engineering is clarity. A prompt should be direct, easy to understand, and free from ambiguity. So when a prompt lacks clarity, the AI may misinterpret the request, resulting in the vague or irrelevant responses. For example, a generic prompt like "Tell me about AI" does not specify whether the user wants a historical overview application or technical details. So the AI might provide a long, generalized response that does not align with the user's intent. So example, instead of "Tell me about AI," you can write "Provide a brief history of artificial intelligence, including key milestones from the 1950s to the present," or to the today. So why is this better? Because it clearly defines the scope of the response, like history of AI, and it specifies a timeline which is 1950s to present, and the phrase key milestones helps AI focus on significant developments rather than providing unnecessary details. So by using a precise and structured prompt, the response is more focused, informative, and aligned with what the user actually needs. The second is context. Providing relevant background information without enough contextual information is wrong. So the AI may provide an answer that is either too broad or unrelated to the actual intent of the query. For instance, a simple prompt like "summarize the article" does not provide any details about the article topic, length, or the key points to focus on. So the AI may generate a summary that does not highlight the aspect of the user is looking for. Instead of that, you can write "summarize the article on climate change, highlighting the cause and effects in under 200 words." So why is this better? It specifies the subject of the article, which is climate change. It directs the AI to focus on causes and effects rather than general information, and it limits the word count, ensuring a concise summary. So by adding contextual details, you ensure that AI tailors its response to your exact needs, making it relevant and structured. The third is specificity, which defines the scope clearly. So specificity in prompt engineering helps narrow down the AI's response, ensuring that the output is concise and relevant rather than overly broad or off topic. A vague prompt can result in an unfocused response requiring additional clarification or refinement. For example, asking "list some programming language" gives the AI no direction regarding what kind of programming languages are required. So the AI might random languages, and some of which may not be relevant to the user's need. So instead of that, you can write "list 5 programming languages commonly used for web development along with their primary use cases." So why this prompt is better? It limits the number of languages to 5, ensuring a focused response. It specifies web development as a domain, avoiding unrelated programming languages, and it asks for primary use case, making the response more informative and practical. So by defining the scope of your request clearly, you eliminate guesswork and get precisely what you need from the AI. And the fourth is constraints, which control output with limits. So constraints help structure the AI's response, ensuring that the output is within the required word count, format, or tone. Without constraint, response can be too long, too short, or may not match the required style. For instance, a simple prompt like explain the Renaissance does not indicate how detailed or structured the explanation should be. AI might generate a long, detailed essay which might not be what the users want. So instead of that, you can like write 100 word summary of the Renaissance era in a formal tone. So why is this better? It limits the word count, 100 words, making the response concise. It specifies a formal tone, ensuring an academic style response. It guides AI in producing an answer that fits the expected structure. So constraints are particularly useful in business research and content creation, where precise formatting and style matter. So now let's jump into the demo part and see how it practically looks like. So yeah, so I welcome to the demo part, and I am using plus version of ChatGPT as of now. As you can see, the plus version, and yeah, so this is the ChatGPT interface, and I hope everyone is aware of, right? So now let's see one by one what are the effective elements of the prompt, okay, which I have discussed already. As you can see, first is clarity and context, constraints, specificity with the examples which we discussed. Okay, so let's see how practically it's look like, right? What are the answers GPT is giving, okay, and generating. So the first one is clarity. Okay, so here if I will write tell me about AI. So so these are search results. Okay, if you will see the search, it will search from the web. Okay, otherwise it will give me from the, it will generate automatically. Okay, in which it is trained. So yeah, so if I will write just tell me about AI, so let's see now what it will give me. Okay, if you can see here, it's giving AI in artificial intelligence refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machine, enabling them to perform tasks that typically require human cognition. This types of AI it is giving. Okay, how AI works it is giving. Okay, and common application it is giving. And okay, future of AI it is giving. Yeah. So future of AI, common application, how AI works, and types of AI. But if you will write with proper clarity, what do you want? Like provide a brief history of artificial intelligence, including key milestone from the 1950s to the present. Okay. So here is, so here you can see I am describing clearly like scope of the response. So you can see history of AI. Okay, this is the scope and timeline 1950s to present. Okay, and the phrase key milestone. Okay, it will help AI focus to significant developments rather than providing unnecessary detail. Okay, so let's see what are the results. First is generate one title, brief history of artificial intelligence key milestone. See 1950s, the birth of AI. 1950, Alan Turing introduces the Turing test in his paper Computing Machinery and Intelligence like this. In 1960, 1970, this happened. Okay. 1980s, the rise of expert system. Okay. That is MySim for medical diagnosis. 1990, AI becomes practical. IBM's Deep Blue defeats 2000s, AI in everyday lives. In 2005, this happened. 2011, this happened. 2012, 13, 14, 16, 17, this happened. 2020, this happened. Okay, 2024 present, AI continues evolving with LLMs, autonomous AI agents, and enhanced regulation. So this is the brief history of AI, including key milestones. See, these are the milestones. Okay. See, the Dartmouth Conference, led by John McCarthy, official coins the term artificial intelligence. So these are some key milestones you get, okay, in particular year. So this is how a ChatGPT can give you answers if you will type your prompt clearly with clarity, you can say, right? If you want to discuss about more of particular, you know, topic or answer, you can just write here like tell me more about AI after 2020. So it will be more details. Okay, since 2020 this. So now let's see the difference between this and this. Okay, one liner here it will give more. Okay, so here from here you can stop this as well, right? So now next second comes context. So context is like providing relevant background information. Okay, so let me quickly first. So now let me quickly first add one article for you. Okay, from the web. So as you can see, I have just copy pasted my one article here. So now I will give a simple context. Okay, like not even context. Okay, I will give prompt without context. Sorry. So I will write here just summarize the article, just like this. Okay, let's see what it will give. Okay, it will give summary that it. So the first the title will come. Okay, then climate this, human impact this. Okay. So yeah, first let me tell you the summary should not be this big. Okay, so instead of just typing or writing or giving the this prompt summarize the article, what you can write here instead of this, you can write summarize the article on climate change, climate change, highlighting the causes and effects in under 200 words, because no one wants the summary this big, right? So send. So this is where you have set the context, like it specifies the subject first, climate change, and it will direct the AI to focus on causes and effects. You can see here highlighting the causes and effects, and the limits the word count, ensuring a concise summary of this particular article. See, this is the length of new summary if you will give a prompt with proper context, right? See here, small in 200 words. Okay, so now let's move forward and see specificity, which will define the scope more clearly. Okay, so if I will write here list some programming languages. Okay, enter. So it will give the like AI no direction regarding what kind of programming languages are required to me. So it will just might give the list of random languages, as you can see here, or some of which may not be relevant to the user's need. Okay, what if I am working on only this general purpose programming? I don't want data science programming. languages, but still it gave me. I don't need mobile app development languages. So that is why you have to particularly specify which languages you want to use or you want, right? So here you can write list 5 programming languages commonly used for web development, along with their primary use cases. Okay, yeah. So now it will first limit the language to 5. Okay, I have written 5, ensuring a focused response. And now it specifies only web development. That's why I'm saying, see, it gave me scripting, automation, game development system. I don't need that. So that's why it's very important in the prompt you have to specify, okay, along with their primary use cases. So it will make the response more informative and practical. So by defining the scope of your request clearly, you will eliminate guesswork and get precisely what you need from ChatGPT or AI. The file programming JavaScript with their use cases. Fine. So now let's move forward and see what are constraints, how you can control output with your limits. Okay. So if I will write explain the machine. So here you can see there is no guidance on length or tone. It will give me automatically how much it wants. So here you can see there is no guidance on length or tone. Okay. But what if you will write like explain me 100-word summary in machine learning, or you can write explain me in 100 words about machine learning in formal tone. Let's press enter. So here you can see it limits the word count to the 100 first. Okay, making the response concise, and it will specify a formal tone. I have written here formal tone. So it will ensure an academic style response. Okay, and it will guide AI in producing an answer that fits the expected structure. Okay, so now first let's read this. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence that enables computers to learn from data and improve their performance without being explicitly programmed. So here see, machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence that enables systems to learn from data and improve performance without explicit programming. It involves algorithms that identify patterns, make predictions, and automate decision making. ML is categorized into proper formal tone, right? So there is one more thing, how you can use examples to define your prompt, right? If I will write explain Newton's third law, it is very too open-ended. Okay, so it gave me 3 examples: jumping, rocket launch, and walking. Okay, so now I will write here with proper examples, mentioning proper examples. Okay, explain Newton's third law with an example. For instance, mention a rocket launch. Okay. See, first, for every action, there is an equal and opposite action. So this is the third law. So here see, in the case of rocket launch, the rocket engine expel hot gases downward action force at high speed. But if we'll see here, Newton's third law state for every action, there is an equal and opposite action. So this means that when One object exerts a force on another, the second object exerts. So here I have mentioned properly, I need a rocket launch example. So this is how you can guide the ChatGPT with sample responses. So effective prompt engineering maximizes the quality of AI generated responses by ensuring clarity, context, specificity, constraints, or by giving examples. So by following these principles, you can craft high quality prompts that yield more accurate structure and relevant responses. So what are the key takeaways? So clarity ensures AI understands the request without ambiguity. Context provides the background details to improve accuracy. Specificity narrow down the response to match user intent. And constraint define structure, length, and style for better output. And examples help guide AI to produce responses in desired format. So by implementing these techniques, you can optimize your prompt for more useful, structured, and efficient AI generated responses. So in the next unit, we will see some real world application of prompt engineering and learn about prompt patterns. Prompt engineering is widely used in various domains. So here are some of the key areas where it plays a crucial role. The first one is content generation. AI is leveraged to generate blog posts, write social media captions, and create engaging stories. So here is one example. So an AI-powered content writer can be prompted to generate a 500-word article on the impact of AI in healthcare by specifying the structure, tone, and the key points to include. And why it matters? So a well-structured prompt ensures the output is relevant, coherent, and follows a logical flow, making the content useful and engaging. And the second is coding assistance. So AI-driven coding assistants help programmers by generating code snippets and debugging support. So here is an example. So a developer can prompt the AI with like write a Python function to check if a given string is a palindrome or not. So the AI will then generate an efficient function following Python's best practices. So adding constraints like optimize for performance and avoid using recursion can further improve the response by making the output more efficient. The third one is customer support. AI chatbots can be programmed to handle customer queries, reducing human intervention. So a well-structured prompt like provide a step-by-step troubleshooting guide for Wi-Fi connectivity issues on Windows 11 will yield a more effective response compared to a vague query. So best practices are it's like specifying constraints such as provide a response under 200 words and use simple language, ensure clarity and conciseness. And the fourth one is data analysis. So AI model can summarize reports and extract insights from large data sets. Example is like a financial analyst can use a prompt like summarize the key revenue trends in the company's Q4 report in 3 bullet points. And the importance is so this will help extract key insights efficiently while keeping the summary concise and actionable. The last one is education and learning. AI-powered tutors assist students by explaining concept in detail. So example is a prompt like explain the Pythagorean theorem using a real-life example. Ensure AI provides an intuitive explanation with practical application. So the best approach is the response can be enhanced by adding use a story-based analogy involving a right angle triangle. So now let's move to the demo part and see what are the different prompt patterns. So in this demo part, we will talk about some different prompt patterns in prompt engineering. Okay, so prompt engineering includes various patterns that help structure interaction effectively. So there are some common patterns include like instruction based prompts and example driven prompts, fill in the blanks prompts, and step by step prompts. Okay, so these four are the main types. So yes, so now let's first start with instruction based prompts. So instruction based prompts are like direct commands which help generate specific responses, right? So these instruction based prompts are very effective for structured output, ensuring clarity and precision. So the key is to be explicit in what you want AI to do, such as summarizing, explaining, or formatting content. So now let's see 2 3 examples for each of the prompts. So like the first, I will write here explain quantum mechanics in simple terms. Okay. So here AI will provide a beginner friendly explanation avoiding technical jargon. Okay, because I have written here in simple terms. Correct? Let's enter. Now you can see here it gave me one definition and some of the key ideas. Okay, and at the last conclusion. Okay. So this is the beginner friendly explanation as I told you before. So now let's do one more. Like if I want to write summarize this in one paragraph. Okay, this particular thing in one paragraph. So now AI will extract key points and deliver a concise version of this particular. Okay, you can see quantum mechanics. See, in only one paragraph. So these are the instruction based prompt because I have gave the instruction summarize. Okay, here already I gave in simple terms, right? Okay, one more, let's try. I can write here, write an email to my manager requesting leave for 2 days. Okay. So now AI will format a professional and polite leave request email. Okay. See, hi, manager name. I hope you are doing well. Very polite. I would like to request for mention date due to this reason, and I will ensure all of my tasks are up to date before my leave and will coordinate with the team if needed. Right? So this is how instruction-based prompts work. So this approach is very straightforward and works well for task-based requests where concise, clear instructions are necessary. So now let's move forward and see example-driven prompts. So example-driven prompts helps AI to understand the expected format and tone by providing one or more examples before requesting a response. So this technique is very useful when generating creative content, translation, or stylistic adaptations. So the AI learns from the patterns set by the examples and follows the same structure. Okay. So now if what if I will write generate poem about winter in the style of Robert Frost. Okay. So I have written generate a poem about winter in the style of Robert Frost. Enter. So now ChatGPT will mimic Frost style using nature-inspired theme and vivid imagery. Okay, see, it gave me two responses. I can select any of them. Okay, so here you can see the frost has crept where footfalls fade upon the path through woods and glades. See, all the nature is coming. A hush now hangs on branch and bough as winter bends the pines deep bow. And here as well. So the woods stand. Yeah. What if I will choose this? I prefer this response, so it will come like that. So it is mimicking frost style. So let's take another example. And even you can write translate the following. Here you can write hello, how are you to Spanish, or don't write Spanish to hola. Okay, so it will understand. See, I just wrote hola. Okay, so it will understand hello, how are you, translate to hola, como estés in Spanish. So ChatGPT will follow the same format for the further translation. If I will write translate my name is Sam. See, me llamo Sam in Spanish, right? Here I didn't give any language or any signs, you can say. Okay, even you can give it prompts like reward this sentence like Shakespeare monologue. Okay, and I will give here the sun is shining brightly today. Okay, so here I have given the example here. I need this Shakespearean monologue. See, the golden orb doth blaze with radiant might, casting its heavenly glow upon the earth so bright. Okay, so here ChatGPT transform the sentence into an old English prose such as this only. Okay, right? So this example driven prompts pattern is effective when consistency and style needed to be maintained, ensuring the AI produces responses in a predefined format, right? If you will upload something, just write to ChatGPT that I want this type of output. Okay, and ChatGPT will follow the same structure. So now let's move forward and see fill in the blanks prompts. So fill in the blank prompts encourage AI to complete a sentence or a paragraph based on context clues. So this method is often used for open-ended creative writing, trivia, or knowledge recall. So these prompts allow AI to generate flexible yet structured responses, guiding its output without being overly restrictive. Okay. So what if I will write my name is dash? Okay, let's see. So in Shakespeare style, you would say, "Hark, I am called dash name by the name." Okay, so it took this, right? What if I will write a black hole is formed when? Okay, so this is the fill in the blank. So a black hole is formed when a massive star reaches the end of its life and collapses under its own gravity. So ChatGPT will complete the sentence with a scientifically accurate statement, right? Like this: a black hole is formed when a massive star reaches this, and this. Okay. So it will automatically complete. Let's take one simple example like the key to success in life is dash. Okay. So now ChatGPT will fill in the blank with different perspective. Okay, like such as perseverance and continuous learning. Okay, so the key to success in life is a combination of persistence, continuous learning, see, adaptability. Okay, with different options, or you can say perspectives. And what if I will give ChatGPT like to one or more, fill in the blanks. So I will write, if I could travel anywhere in the world, I would go to dash because dash. Okay. So now ChatGPT will generate a destination and a logical reason why I will go there. So okay, let's see. If I could travel in the world, I will go to Japan because it blends ancient tradition with modern innovation, offering breathtaking landscape and has a rich culture heritage. From serene temples and cherry blossoms to futuristic cities and incredible cuisine. Okay, here it gave me one destination and proper logical reason. So this pattern is especially useful for engaging users in interactive tasks, making it a great technique for quizzes, educational materials, and thought-provoking responses. Right? So now let's discuss the last one, which is step-by-step prompt. So step-by-step prompts break down complex topics into multiple steps, like a formula, you can say, like a algorithm. So making them easier to understand. So these prompts are commonly used in technical explanation, process description, and problem solving scenarios. So encouraging AI or ChatGPT to explain things in a sequential manner improves clarity and ensures the responses follows a logical flow. So it will be very easy for us as well to understand a particular thing, right? Whether it's a 12th standard math or Pythagoras theorem or anything. Okay. So now let's ask ChatGPT describe the water cycle in four sequential steps. Okay, so it will give me, see, this is the first step, right? And this is the second, this is the third step, and this is the fourth step. Because we have added here in four sequential steps. Okay, so here is the list of four steps. First, evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection, right? Explaining each stage as well. And even you can write ask, explain how to bake a cake. Just write here step by step. Okay, see, first ingredient, second it's giving the steps. If you want only steps and you know all the ingredients, you can just add here I need only steps. Okay, so these are some steps to how to bake a cake. And even you can ask ChatGPT to solve this math problem step by step. Okay, it's like 2x plus 5 equals to 15, let's suppose. Okay, so now ChatGPT will break down all these steps. Okay, see, the step 1, subtract 5 from both sides. Okay. Then divide both sides by 2. Then final answer is this, x equals to 5. Okay, so this method is highly effective for explaining structured process and helps enhance AI generated educational content for learning based application. So each of these prompts serves a unique purpose in prompt engineering, enhancing AI generated outputs based on the use cases. Whether you need a structured response, stylish consistency, open-ended creativity, or detailed explanation, selecting the right pattern can make AI responses more accurate, useful, and engaging. So now let's move forward and see in the next module some common prompting errors and how you can overcome them. In this module, we will discuss about common prompting errors and how to fix them. So ChatGPT or AI generated responses depend heavily on how you craft your prompt. Even experienced users sometimes make mistakes, leading to unclear or incomplete or confusing outputs. So now let's go deeper into some of these common errors and how to refine prompts for better results. So first one is being too vague. So this is a problem. A vague prompt lacks enough detail, making it difficult for the AI to provide a precise or useful answer without clear instructions. So the AI may generate a generic response that doesn't meet your needs. Okay. For example, if I will write, tell me about the economy. Okay. So this itself, it's very broad, right? And it is lacks direction as well. India's economy or US economy, right? Like this. So the economy is a vast topic covering GDP, inflation, employment, global trade, and much more things. So the AI doesn't know, or ChatGPT doesn't know which aspect you want to focus on. If I need GDP, inflation, or something else. So the response may be too general or not relevant to or actual query. Let's see what it gives. Okay. The economy refers to the system of production. This is key aspects of the economy, types of the economy, right? Market economy, command economy, mixed economy, and the second thing is economy indicators like GDP, inflation rate, employment rate, economic cycle. But what if we don't need this? Okay, so how to fix it? So you can write, explain the impact of inflation on consumer spending in the US in 2025, right? So yeah, so now see, in 2025, inflation has significantly influenced consumer spending patterns in the United States. Okay, and these are some sources from the web, right? Here you can see ChatGPT gave anything, but we never wanted this. Okay, so this is how you can fix the vague problem, and why this prompt is better than this prompt, because it narrows the focus to inflation rather than the entire economy. Okay, and it specifies the consumer spending, unrelated details, and it defines the region US as well, and the time period 2025 for the relevant. So the more specific your question, the more relevant and actionable the ChatGPT's response will be. Fine. So now let's move forward and see the second problem, which is overloading with information. Fine. So this is a problem that includes too many details in a single request and can overwhelm the AI, leading to an unfocused or incomplete response. So the AI may prioritize certain details while ignoring others. So let me give you an overload example, like explain how blockchain works, including its history, mechanism, advantages, disadvantages, and comparison with centralized databases. So here you can see too many requests at the particular time, right? I need history, I need mechanism, I need advantage, disadvantage, and the comparison as well. So too many requests at once. So why is it a problem? So the chat GPT or AI might give service level answers for each topic instead of the explanation. So the response may be too long or confusing to follow, and the key point might get skipped, right? Or you can say it will summarize poorly due to limited space. See only one pointer. See only one pointer. How to fix them? Okay, so now you can write here explain instead of that. Explain how blockchain works in simple terms with one real world use case. Okay, so now you can see the answer between them. Okay, see how blockchain works, step by step process, real world problem, why blockchain is useful. So this is much better than that, because the focus is only on how blockchain works rather than multiple aspects, right? And the request is to keep it simple and ensuring the clarity, right? And adding a use case makes the explanation more practical and relatable, right? So here it gave the problem of food supply chains often suffer from fraud, inefficiency, and slow tracking of contaminated products, right? So if you need more details, you can break your question into separate prompts. Like, what is the history, like this. What is the history of blockchain? You can ask once. You can ask the advantage and disadvantage of blockchain separately. You can ask how does blockchain compare to centralized database separately. Because you will get the brief explanation of each point then. Fine. So the third thing error is ignoring output formatting. Right here, ignoring output formatting. So what is this problem? If you don't specify how you want the response structured, so the AI might return it in unhelpful format. So this can make it harder to read or use the information effectively. Okay. So example of unstructured prompt is like list the benefits of exercise. Okay. So this, like ChatGPT might generate a long paragraph instead of a clear list. I'm supposing. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So now it gave kind of list, but here key point could lost in the text instead of standing out, right? With these emojis and all. So how you can fix it? So you can just ask list the top 5 benefits of exercise in bullet points, right? So now you guys will be wondering why this prompt is better than this prompt. So it ensures a concise structured answer, like top 5 benefits of exercise in bullet point. So bullet points improve readability and clarity. So limiting it to 5 benefits make the response more focused. See, okay, simple and short, or you can say simple and crisp, better than this, right? So you can specify other formats too, like create a table comparing aerobic and anaerobic exercise based on benefits and examples. Or you can ask like explain how to start a workout routine in 5 simple steps. Or if you want in short paragraphs, you can write summarize the benefits of strength training in 2 short paragraphs like this. So now let's see one more common error, which is not defining prompts. Okay, so this is a problem where a single attempt may not give you the best response. So ChatGPT or AI generated content can sometimes be too generic or too detailed, or you can say slightly off topic. So refining your prompt improves accuracy of your prompt or your result. So let me give an example like generate sales page. Everyone knows it's too broad and lacks of content. And it's a problem because the ChatGPT doesn't know what product or service the pitch is for. So the response may be too general to be useful and it may not fit their desired tone or the audience. Right? So instead of that, you can write generate a 100-word sales pitch for an AI powered fitness app focusing on personalization and efficiency. So now you guys will be wondering why this is better than this prompt. So the here you can see the product is specified AI powered fitness app, and it defines the length of 100 words to keep it concise, and it highlighting the key selling point, personalization and efficiency, right? Let's run it. So if the response is not exactly what you need, you can refine it further, like make the sales pitch more persuasive by including a specific offer, a special offer. Rewrite the page with more engaging conversation tone. You can write here like this. Rewrite the page with a more engaging conversational tone. So here you can see, tired of guessing your workouts? Meet this, your personal AI fitness coach that tailor workouts better than this, right? So you can refine it for further as per your need, right? So final takeaways are you have to be specific, keep it focused, specify formatting, refine and iterate. So by avoiding these common errors and applying the fixes, you can improve the accuracy, clarity and usefulness of your AI generated content. So now let's move forward and dive into some advanced techniques of prompt engineering. So in this module, we will talk about some advanced topics, or you can say advanced techniques of prompt engineering. So there are some advanced techniques like zero shot, few shot, and chain of thought prompting. So we will go through each technique with detailed explanation. Okay. So when working with AI language models, the way a prompt is structured significantly influences the response quality. So to optimize results, so there are three key points techniques are commonly used, which are zero shot learning, few shot learning, and chain of thought prompting. So each technique has a unique approach to guiding AI in generating relevant and accurate responses. So let's first start with zero shot learning. So let me write here zero shot learning. Okay. So zero shot learning refers to a scenario where an AI model is asked to generate a response without any prior example or guidance. So the AI or ChatGPT entirely rely on its pre-trained knowledge to provide an answer based on the prompt alone. Okay. So this technique is used when an AI model is expected to generalize and generate responses without a specific example. For example, let me write. So this is the example of zero shot learning. Okay. So here is the prompt like explain the importance of cybersecurity in businesses. Okay. So here response will be it's like cybersecurity is crucial for business because it helps. Okay. So yeah. So now how zero shot learning works. So zero shot learning is comparable to asking someone to answer a question on a topic. So they have read about, but without any additional instruction, the ChatGPT or AI must infer the correct response purely from its training data and knowledge base, right? So what are the advantages of zero shot learning? So it is very quick and efficient, which can like AI can generate responses immediately without additional context. And the second point is works for general knowledge question. So AI provides reasonable answer based on its pre-trained model. And the third advantage is it's very ideal for open-ended queries. Like it is great for broad topics like explain the importance of cybersecurity in business. Okay. So it is very great for broad topics where detailed explanation are not necessary. Right. So there are some challenges as well of zero shot learning. It's like the AI may generate generic or less precise responses. It lacks a specific guidance. Okay. And second thing is it will, complex tasks may require more context for better accuracy. Right. And let's go for one more example of zero shot learning, which will be describe how blockchain technology and its impact on financial security. Okay, so this is the AI model generated a response without any prior example or guidance. Okay, with its knowledge, right? So yeah, so now let's move forward and see what is few short learning. Okay, let me write here few short learning. Okay, so few short learning enhances AI performance by providing a few examples. Okay, that's why it's called few short learning. So before asking it to generate a response, it will ask, we will give the few example. Okay, so this approach helps AI recognize patterns and produce more relevant, structured, and accurate responses. So it is very useful when training AI to follow a specific tone, structure, or expected answer format. Okay, what if you need a particular answer in poem style? Okay, so that's or in that way you can use few short learning. Okay, so let me give one example here. So first let me give one prompt. I will give example one. I will write here strong password contains uppercase and symbol, and I will write here example authentication, add an extra layer of security. Fine. Then I will write here now explain why updating software enhances cybersecurity in 200%. And I don't need this much of para. Okay, enter. So how few short learning works is like few short learning is similar to how people learn from examples and analogies. Okay, so here already given two examples, this one and this is the second example, and after that I'm asking the question. Right? So by providing reference example before the final question, so AI will understand what is expected. So now it will give me keeping software updated is crucial. This. Okay. For example, see, if an operating system or web browser has security loophole, attackers can use it to inject malicious code to execute ransomware attacks like this. Okay, so just using as a strong password and two-factor authentication, add layers of security, regular software update. So here you can see a strong password and two-factor authentication. Okay, so that's why few short learning is very great. So what are the advantage of few short learning? Okay, so this is the more accurate and contextual responses. So AI will learn from the example and follows the pattern. So this is better for a specific use case. Here the use case is software enhances security. Okay, and few short learning enhances AI comprehension. So the AI can generalize better when given a structured prompt. So there are some challenges as well. Okay, so it requires carefully chosen example to ensure AI understands the desired output. So your examples or references must be good enough to understand what you want, right? So that's why prompt engineering is very crucial. and by giving more examples may lead to longer processing times for generating responses. Okay, but nowadays ChatGPT is very smart, so it won't take much longer time processing times. So yeah, but by giving 2-3 examples are fine, I guess, right? So now let's talk about third advanced technique, which is chain of thoughts. Okay, so what is chain of thought prompting? So chain of thought prompting helps AI break down complex tasks into logical steps, right? So this method is particularly effective for reasoning based tasks, where AI needs to explain processes or solve problems step by step. Like, I will give one prompt here. Explain the process of photosynthesis in 3 steps. Okay, I don't want detailed steps. Okay, I just need in 3 steps. First, it will be tell about photosynthesis, and then it will start with the steps. In 3 steps, it will tell. So, how chain of thought prompting works? So, instead of asking AI to provide a direct answer, chain of thought prompting encourages AI to reason through a problem or explanation in multiple stages. Okay, so this approach improves the clarity and helps AI generate well-structured responses. Okay. So now you can see here, the first step is this, second step, third step. So it is very easy for us as well to understand the answer, to, okay, generated answer. So now you can ask, like, describe how an electric vehicle converts stored energy into motion. That's by step. Some typing mistake. Yeah, press enter. Okay, small definition. First step, second step, and the third step. So this is very easy for us as well to understand, right? If it will give in long paras like this, so how you will understand, right? So that's why you should know how to use chain of thought prompting. Okay, so there are advantages as well, like it enhances logical reasoning. It provides step-by-step explanation for better understanding. Ideal for complex topics. So it is very useful for explaining processes, solving math problem, or reasoning through difficult concepts. And it encourages AI to think structurally. So instead of a single response, AI processes the problem in a logical sense. Okay, in logical sequence you can say. So if there are advantages, so there are challenges as well. So sometimes responses can be lengthy and time consuming to process. And AI needs clear prompts to break down information effectively. So each prompting technique serves different use cases. So zero shot learning you can use when AI must generate responses quickly without any guidance. And you can use few shot learning when AI needs to follow a specific pattern or structure. And you can use chain of thought prompting when AI must reason through a problem or explain a process in the steps. So by understanding and applying these techniques correctly, users can optimize AI performance for various tasks, from answering journal questions to generating structured content and solving complex problems, right? So prompt engineering is very essential skill that enhances AI interactions. So by understanding components, avoiding common mistakes, and applying structured technique, user can optimize AI generated content. So mastering various prompting techniques like zero shot, few shot, and chain of thought, it will improve accuracy and efficiencies in AI application and your generated content. So continue practice and refine your prompts to become proficient in leveraging AI for diverse tasks. So by integrating these exercises and real world case studies and expert insight, so congratulations on completing the ChatGPT for prompt engineering course. So you have taken a big step in leveraging AI to enhance your prompt engineering skills. So now it's time to put your learning into action. Try integrating your prompt engineering skills into your workflows and experiment with prompts to optimize project efficiency. Thank you.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.